So welcome to video number 1 in my premium age domain case study. This is a video series where I'm going to build a website out within the gardening niche using an aged domain. Does it rank any quicker? Will we have more success? We're going to find out in this series of videos. So let's get into this. Hi and welcome back to the channel again. My name's Carl Broadbent. I'm an affiliate marketer here in the UK. And if you're new to the channel, this is video 1 in a series of videos where I'm going to build out a niche website using a premium aged domain. Now this is something I've not done before. Will it work? I don't know. I've never used a premium aged domain. So I wanted to test it and trial it and see if it does work. Some people said it will have no effect. Some people said it will be a fantastic success really quick. Who knows? But that's what these video case studies are all about. So before we get actually into today's video, which is searching for a suitable premium age domain, I just wanted to let you know some facts about the video series. So first of all, this video series is sponsored. It's sponsored by ODYS. Now, if you don't know who they are, that actually stands for Our Domain, Your SEO. And they're basically a company that buys premium age domains. What they do is they search the market for websites that's either been let go or discarded. They buy the domain names. What they do is they add a theme to it and they keep the domain live. So it's an active domain that has a lot of previous history on it, which is all relevant to the topic. Now what that does is by keeping those domains live, it actually keeps the authority and all those backlinks that are pointing to that website, keeps them live and it keeps the domain active. So that's the difference between buying a premium age domain and a domain that's maybe expired. So it's a really interesting way of building a website. Buying a premium age domain that actually has a lot of authority that should hopefully kickstart your website and maybe avoids the Google sandbox and could save you several months of waiting. Maybe we'll see some return quicker on our investment and maybe our blog content will rank quicker. So ODYS has sponsored this video and they've also kindly given me a budget to purchase a premium age domain from their company. So in this video we will have a look at the age domains that's available and we'll analyze them. We'll see what backlinks are on there, we'll see the age of the domain, we'll see the authority of them. ODYS does actually vet all these sites anyway, so before they go for sale on their marketplace, they do vet the domains. They check the backlinks, they check Wayback Machine, they check trademarks, they do all the due diligence. However, as a disclaimer for me, I do suggest if you buy any domain or any website, you should always do your own due diligence. You know the old saying, buyer beware. It is down to you to make sure you check everything. But ODYS does a great job of actually doing their own checks, and I'm very confident the domains on there are good to go. So let's get into today's video. If we head over to the computer, we'll go on their website, we'll search for a domain, I'll check all the history on it, and we'll actually buy it. There's money sat in the account, we're ready to go, I need a domain, and then we can purchase that and then move on to building out the website. So let's head over to the computer now and let's check this out. Okay, so here we are on the home page. So the first thing you need to do is request access. Like I said, they don't accept everyone, but fingers crossed you'll get into there and you'll be able to see all these lovely premium age domains. And you can see a few people that's using the service here. So Niche Pursuits is a very well-known company and VentureBeat is as well. And you can see these are a little bit of information. Now, on the website itself, when you actually see blanked out domains, it means they have been purchased. So that's what you'll see in just a second. Now, before we log in, I just wanted to also tell you, I forgot to mention in the intro, you do actually get $100 credit towards your first domain once you get accepted and registered into their service. So it's fantastic. You get $100 towards your first domain. So I've already obviously got access to this and I'll just log in now. So the first thing you see is a general overview of all the domains that they have. It just scrolls on and there's hundreds and hundreds of domains available. But obviously you can narrow this down. There's some filters on the left hand side and we can start to narrow each niche down. So you can narrow it down by the industry, the language, the level of domain. So do you want a .org? Do you want a .com? You can even tell it the traffic you want to see each month. So you want a domain that's still getting some live traffic. The length, so the number of characters, so the titles, so whether it's a short brandable domain or whether it's a longer domain. The longer the domain, usually the cheaper, but unless it's got a lot of authority, then that might not be the case. And then also there's other ranking factors here like the domain authority and obviously the price. So we can have a look at some of these here. I think the best thing to do is jump straight into the gardening ones, and then we can actually start researching and checking some of the facts about the actual domain itself. So let's choose gardening. Let's also choose English. And for now, I'm going to leave all the domains because I want to see basically what they have, what stock or inventory of gardening domains they actually have. And the price, I've set the price at $4,500, which is pretty much the budget that I have. Now, I know that's a large budget and I'm not expecting everybody to spend that sort of money on a premium age domain. But the point of this is, if I'm going to do an age domain experiment, then we need to make sure it is a authoritative, powerful age domain. If I buy a really, really small domain that's only got a tiny amount of authority, it won't be much different to actually building one from scratch. So I want to find one that's really powerful to see, does it start ranking pretty much from month one, as soon as we start adding content. That's what I'm most keen to see. So we can see here, there's one here, GardinaOrganic.com, and there's one here, The Walled Nursery, SoulOfGarden.com, that sounds interesting. These ones that are blanked out, remember, these have sold. So you can see they've sold a website here in the garden niche for $790, and they've sold this one here for $3,200. So there's lots of different price levels. $790 there. Some Mindful Farmers. So that's more like a farming website, not particularly gardening. It looks like they have a lot of websites that sold. Look at all these. Sold, sold, sold. That's incredible. So it does look like it is a very popular service. This one here, hotpepperwax.com. Not sure if that sounds like a gardening website. Sounds like something else to me. Ideas Transform Landscape. That's a bit too long, isn't it? Okay, this one here. So I'm looking for a brandable one. The only ones that have caught my eye, Soul of Garden. Sounds really good. The Walled Nursery sounds good. And Gardia Organic. So that's obviously gardening organically. That sounds good. And these are within my price range, $3,000, $2,000. So I think we'll have a look at these three. So let's quickly have a look at Soul of Garden. So you can see it is a .com domain. It is focused on the US. And you can see it's valued at $14,000, but it's being sold at $3,200. Now, this price here that you see here, I must tell you now that you may not see that at the moment. I'm part of a beta project that they're testing out at the moment, and it's called the ODYS Partner Program. And it's basically where you can pay a subscription and get a discount on domains. You get first refusal of domains. There are tons and tons of benefits. It's launching very soon. I think it's within the next month or so, and you will get a discount on some domains and tons of other features. So they have given me access to this, and the minute I can just see the discounted price, and I can't see the other features at the moment until the service launches. But keep your eyes out for that. It's their partnership club, and it will be launching very soon. So I just wanted to tell you that is the difference in the prices here. You may see a slightly different price to me. But $3,240. The main thing we need to check is obviously the history of this site. Has it been used as a gardening website for the entirety of its life? So if we have a look here, you can see there's a snapshot here. So it says, exploring the garden of life from an Austin garden. Okay, so it's definitely a gardening website. Inspiration, Daisy. So yeah, there just seems to be that one snapshot. So what we'll do is we'll check that on Wayback Machine in just a second. So it's saying monetization angles. They highly recommend it could be an authority website within gardening tools and gardening equipment. Then you get to see the ODYS value. So this is where they're judging the value of the domain from the backlinks, the age, the authority, etc. So you can see in red are the really authoritative websites that are linking to it, and then in black these are other referring domains that's maybe not as powerful. So you can see there are some really good ones on here. So reason.com is a big one, thrillist.com, plymouth.education, tripod.com, metblogs.com, angelfire.com. There are some really big, powerful, authoritative websites linking to this. That's really good to see. Let's have a look at the age. This is a 22-year-old domain, so he's definitely got some authority and some age about it, so that's good. Traffic. So even though the website may not still be used as a conventional website, it still is getting some daily visits, which is good to see. That tells me it is still ranking in Google, and that's what you want. Let's have a look at the metrics. That's a really important thing. So 22-year-old, it has a majestic score of 17 to 23, a DR of 10, and a MOS of 23. And the most important, it has 251 plus referring domains. That's individual referring domains. So that's not backlinks, that's individual referring domains. So the difference is you could have one website that links to your content 1,000 times. That would give you 1,000 backlinks. But the more important is you need referring domains. So you need more individual websites linking to you. So that's classed as unique referring domains. So that's what you want to see, and that's really good. Other than that, that looks fine. So we have a look and put this in Wayback Machine. So let me just copy this. So Wayback Machine is a free archive tool that you can use. You simply enter the URL and it searches and it will bring you the information from the history of this website. And as you can see, yes, it goes all the way back to 2000 right to the current date. And there's been a lot of snapshots and activity on it. So again, I would suggest if you are going to purchase an age domain, you need to check pretty much every one of these. I would spend half a day and I would go through these. I would want to make sure that this has not been used for anything untoward. But for the purpose of this video, let's just go right back to the earliest, and it looks like July the 11th. Let's have a look, and hopefully I'm wanting to see, yep, there we go, a gardening website. So this is the start of the website. It looks like it was maybe a membership program where you had to join to get access to it, but that's good. It's still an actual gardening domain. Let's have a look a little bit further on. So let's do another snapshot. Again, plum tree dwelling, Les Springs, gardening is white. So yeah, again, it is still a gardening website. And randomly just keep going through these. Okay, so he's now developed the website a little bit and it's become more of a website that we would recognize in today. Don't forget, websites back in the day didn't look very good. So, you know, I don't expect to see way back some fantastic looking websites. Let's have a look here. So we're going all the way back now. So this is 2016. It is still a gardening website. And let's go to this page here, which is 2019. Again, it's still a gardening website. So this is all looking good. This is checking out. So the other thing we can do is obviously check the backlink profile. So you can use tools like SEMrush, Moz Backlink Checker. They all offer free tools to check the backlinks. So let's go to SEMrush and we select Backlink Audit. And let's put the domain in there. And we'll just let SEMrush do its thing. And you can see, yep, so SEMrush confirms it has 197 referring domains. So remember, ODYS was saying it had 250. So it has lost some of those links, but it still has 197 on the site. 18,000 backlinks, like I say, I ignore that because you could have, you know, one or two websites, a spammy website linking thousands of times to it. So that's the kind of thing we do need to check. So you can see the referring domains has steadily decreased. It was right back at 257, now 197. That is expected because obviously it looks like the website has been neglected for a while. So, you know, I would expect to see that. And you can see here that it is still finding some links, but it also then is losing some links. So you can see the top anchor text. So these are what people are linking to or linking from. And it's Soul of Garden, Texas. So again, there are nothing there that scares me. So that does look okay. The referring domains, you can see it's coming from art and entertainment, business, social, gardening, pest control. So that is what I would expect to see. So let's take a look at some of the actual backlinks that's on here and see what we've got. So I'm going to filter it down to follow, because all I'm bothered about is actual referring domains that are following this website. So they're passing as much link juice as possible. So the first one is Mississippi Garden. It has a authority of 64, which is good. And you can see it's linking out to Soul of Garden by Tom Spencer. It's obviously the previous owner. We've got here the Slow Cook. Plenty of, there you go, Texas Gardener, Experimental Garden Blog. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of gardening blogs, Wildlife, New Sprout. So the referring domains that are linking to it do look like genuine websites. So let's have a look at what the links look like. So we can click this little link here. And you can see this is a gardening website. Back in the day, this is an old site, but it is a genuine gardening website that's linking back to it. So that's what you want to see. Let's just check another one. And again, I recommend you check as many as possible. Do your own due diligence. But again, it's another gardening website. So these 197 referring domains, which you can see here, do look genuine. So like I said, this is only a brief back check and a brief due diligence, but it's looking promising. So that is one that I think should be considered. Let's just have a look at a couple of the others that we spotted. So if I just go back, this one really took my interest. So let's have a look at this one. So again, it's .com. It's based in America, $3,240. So let's just have a look at this one here. Let's have a look at the history of it. So let's have a look. Organically grown flowers, organically grown plants, organica.com, portfolios. So this looks like a florist or a garden center or a nursery that's been growing, organically grown plants, ethical planting methods. So yeah, I mean, it is a gardening niche. So let's just have a look. I'm more bothered about the referring domains and the authority of it. Like I say, we're looking for a really strong one. So who have we got? So NewYorkMagazine.com, TheCut.com, Self.com, Time Out. Oh my God, they got Vogue.com. Okay, so there is some greenpeople.org is a powerful one. So let's have a look at the age. 14 years old, that's pretty good. Let's have a look at the metrics. So it's a majestic score of 8, DR of 31, and a MOS score of 31 with 106 referring domains. So this is really looking good, because I like the fact that it's organic, because I'm really going to be basing a lot of my content on organic and ethical ways for gardening. So this does fit the bill. Let me just run this through Wayback Machine. Okay, so let's just search this. And we can see it has some snapshots and it goes all the way back to 2008. So let's have a look at the first snapshot. That would be here. And hopefully I see a gardening website. Yep, that's the same one we saw. Is it the same address? New York. So I'm targeting the US and it's a New York address. That's absolutely perfect. Let's just have a look a little bit further on. So this is now 2011. And again, it's the same website. So that's looking good. Let's go to 2020. And again, it is gardening. It's for flowers, gardening. So I'm happy with that. Looks like the website at that point was abandoned, but it is actually gardening. There we go. Look, gardening visual. Yeah, so I'm all good. So I'm happy with that. Let's just now check the backlinks. So I'm just going to enter the URL in the top and search. So yeah, it confirms 104 referring domains, 291 backlinks. Let's have a look. You can imagine, they're dropping off. I'd expect that because the website has been abandoned. So anchor text, so it's got, let's have a look. Looks like all the anchor text, flower shop to the homepage, website. So that's fine, nothing there. Pretty much the majority of the links are coming from US, so that's good. A lot of links to the homepage, as expected, and the sitemap main page. So that checks out. Let's just have a look at the backlinks themselves. Let's look for follow. Let's see what we've got. So we've got marthastewart.com, green florist, that's fine. Gorgeous wedding flowers, thecut.com. Let's have a look. A lot of links from thecut.com, Business Insider, World Top Sites, that's just a natural. New York Magazine, okay, that's great. And the Vogue, right, I'm interested in this. Why is the Vogue linked to this? Let's have a look. So this is Vogue magazine, which if I check using my Moz backlink checker, has a DA of 88. So this is genuinely the Vogue magazine. And they've got a little, what is it? It's like, it's a for sale. They've got an advert on Vogue for selling their flowers. And there's a link, look, Gardenia Organic. Yeah, so they've got a genuine 88 DA backlink from the Vogue. What else did we see? The New York, this one, New York Magazine. And again, this is the New York Magazine, which has a DA of 89. So this is genuinely the New York Magazine. And again, they've got a post on here, and it's for their flowers. So it looks like it was a florist rather than a garden website, but that's fine. Florist, flowers, organic, that all links to gardening. I'm pretty sure that will pull through the authority of the topic of gardening because of their history. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just go back to the website. This is looking promising. I don't know what you guys think about this. Let's have a look. The only other option was the walled nursery. And let's have a look. Let's have a look at the authority. Let's go straight to the metrics. I mean, this one has a DA of 26, 35, and 100 referring domains. So this one looks good as well, and it's a bit cheaper. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to have a look at this in detail. I think I'm going to look at these two. So I think I'm going to check this Gardenia Organic. I'm going to check the Walled Nursery, and I'll look at these in more detail. But that gives you a brief idea of how it looks. I will let you know in the next video which one I choose. Let me know in the comments, which one do you think looks good? Would you purchase any of these? And do you think that authority is going to pass through? And do you think it's worth the price tag? Or let me know your thoughts. I'm not sure. But I'm going to look at this one and this one. I think I can narrow it down. And hopefully I purchase one of these and it will be the domain we will use in this case study. Okay guys, so I've spent a few hours and I've researched both those domains, and this is the one it looks like I'm going to go for. Why have I chosen this one? I do think some of the backlinks look a lot stronger. I do like the fact that it's organic, so it has a lot of past history around organic flowers and organic growing, and that's kind of how I want my website to be. So I think we will purchase this. So basically I've added it to my cart, and you can see it's here. And it's just confirming that it's got 106 referring domains, the age, the price, and I'm going to check out. So let's go ahead and buy this. So this is what the checkout will look like, and you can see here the value in the cart. It includes VAT, so there's an extra cost here. Companies that are registered in the EU are subject to VAT, but it's included in this. So I'm going to go ahead and fill all this out. Obviously, this is personal sensitive information, so I'll fill this out, and then we'll see how the checkout looks. Okay, so once I've filled that information out, you can see here it's asking me to pay with a credit or debit card and enter my card details. I do actually have a balance. Like I said, total transparency, ODYS did actually give me some funds to purchase the domain, but they left it totally in my hands. Literally, it's up to me what I bought, when I bought it, and I'm going to use that credit now. So I'm just going to tick that, and it says pay from your balance. I'm going to say yes. And there we go. Thank you for your order. You have purchased the domain. So what I'm going to do now is I will check my emails, and there'll be a link in the emails for me to now transfer my domain over to myself, and we can start building the website. So there you go. We have our premium aged domain. Now I know that was a lot of money to spend on an aged domain, and like I say, total honesty and transparency, ODYS gave me the funds to purchase this so we could do this case study, but they had no influence on which domain I chose. It's totally down to me what I picked. They didn't even tell me the niche. They just said, we'll give you some money. You buy a domain and test it. It's in your hands. Be open, be transparent. You go for it. So that's what we've done, and gardeniaorganic.com is the one we're going with. I will leave a link in the description below to the domain. You can follow the entire website building process. However, obviously this is video 1, so if you're watching it as soon as I publish this video, there's not going to be a lot of content on there. In fact, there's going to be nothing. But in videos 2, 3, 4, we're going to do research, we're going to do keyword research, we're going to write the content, we're going to edit the blogs, we're going to do everything. So it'll be a full video case study for you to follow along. I will put it all in a playlist so it'll be easy for you to follow. So if you're watching this video some months or even years after it was actually done, you will be able to follow it from video 1 all the way through to the end. So I hope you like video 1. I'll look forward to bringing you video 2, and we'll set up the theme, we'll put the logo on there, we'll get the menu set up, we'll do all the basics of setting the WordPress up. And then after that, keyword research and content. So I look forward to seeing you in video number 2. Thanks for joining me.